Thanks for joining. So beautiful. We have so much snow outside and it's still snowing. It hasn't done this in a long time.
Oh, wow.
Can
We
you
do
not?
too.
Some don't know that. They leave tomorrow.
Well, the funny thing is, it's going to be 70 tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
well, welcome to, Colorado. Perfect.
Supposed to leave today, but I don't know why they didn't.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Rhonda and
Yes.
Kenny, hello. Can you share? If you go to Facebook and share, and share, that'd be awesome. Hey, Penny. Okay, I probably let me do this here.
Can you go and text somebody? Will it mess it up if you're already on the Zoom?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to put that here. Huh? All right. Well, here we are. This is being recorded. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nancy and David and I from Royal Splendor. If you've never been on one of our Zooms or live show, we're so excited to have you. You can be watching on Facebook. You can also be watching live on Zoom right now. The meeting ID number and password is in the comments, so just head on over to Zoom, type that information, and pop on in. We are here to talk about our Royal Splendor 2026 cause, which is Salute to Veterans, honoring the Honor Flight Foundation, and I'm so excited to introduce you to Sue Nicholson. She has been, thanks, hon. She has been very instrumental in starting this program with us. And Sue, how are you?
I am good. How's everybody else?
Oh, we are fabulous. Thank you for being here. And I'm just so excited about Honor Flight and having you here to tell us all about it and how you got involved and how long have you been involved, plus show us all the fun little shirts and goodies you've collected through the years, and then of course talk about our amazing event that's happening May 30th of 2026. So I'm going to send the mic over to you and looking forward to, hearing all about it and learning more about Honor Flight.
Okay. Well, thanks. Thanks for having me come on and talk about Honor Flight. Everybody that knows me knows that it's a very big passion of mine. So I'm going to let you guys see. I have my Honor Flight Guardian shirt on. That's what we wore the year that I got selected to go as a Guardian. How this all started for me is I was at an event and they had Honor Flight personnel come and talk. The shirts that they sold that day, which I'll see if I can't show this to you. It says, if you can read this, thank a teacher. If you can read this in English, thank a veteran. And that's what the back of the shirt said. So let me see if I can show you that. Can you see it?
I can see it. That's wonderful.
So that was where it all started. So I've been a volunteer for over 10 years. The shirts that we wear as volunteers are the bright green that stick out. So it says Honor Flight Dayton, and we're the ground crew. So on the mornings when we have an honor flight, we have over 60 volunteers there. That's how much people it takes to get all the veterans checked in and ready to go on the flight. The nice thing is that they all sign up. Currently, we are still serving some World War IIs, Korean, and Vietnam. I just saw a posting that they're going to be opening up to some of the hubs. I haven't seen it yet on the Dayton hub, but it's going to be opened up for Desert Storm. The nice thing is that Honor Flight is done all by contributions. So it's donations that everybody gives so that these veterans do not have to pay anything. And they're treated like royalty the day that they go. So this was my little medallion that was on my cinch bag that I win as a guardian. All the veterans get these also. They get a cinch bag, they get a shirt, they get some snacks, but they just get treated like royalty. Once they get to Washington, D.C., they're greeted in Washington, D.C. Then they're put on buses and they're taken to all the different memorials. They have lunch. The Dayton hub usually goes to the Air Force memorial that they have. So that, because we have a lot of Air Force veterans in our area with the base being right here. Then they go back to the airport and they make the flight back home, and then it's the big welcome home. So about the event in May, and I wanted to show you something else before we went any further. So a couple years ago, they did a benefit that you could do a walk. So we walked. So it was an honor flight. But the neat thing of it is you could have people's names put on the back of the shirts. And my father's name is on there because he was in the Navy in the Korean. So my dad's name's on the back of the shirt.
So tell me, what do you recall the year that the Dayton, Ohio honor flight started?
2005. So
Okay.
they celebrated 20 years last year.
That's right. I love that. That's wonderful.
So it makes it nice because we are so close to the base that our homecomings at the to welcome them all back. A lot of times the Air Force, the smaller band is there, so they play all the, what do you call them, hymns or their anthems for all the different branches of the service. So they're usually there. So when the vets come back, they're playing all their songs, and it kind of just brings back memories of when you were in school and you learned all those anthems.
Awesome.
As far as what's going on the weekend that we're excited to invite everybody, when I first told Nancy that the first honor flight of this year was going to be on May 30th, she instantly said, "Oh, I want to be there. I want to be there." So we kind of coordinated things with that. So that morning, on Saturday morning, I will be at the airport very, very early. And I will be helping with the veterans that are going on the flight. I usually get home about 6 o'clock in the morning. I have to be there at 3.
Wow.
And I usually am back home at my house because I only live about 10 minutes away from the airport. So we're going to have the luncheon on Saturday afternoon at 12:30. We're going to go to TJ Chumps, which is in Fairborn, which is where the actual Air Force base is, and where the Air Force Museum is considered to be in Fairborn. So that kind of gives you an idea. You're going to be really close to the base. We'll have lunch. We'll have silent auctions. We'll have door prizes. We'll have lunch. And then after that, we have some free time. And then I would like to encourage anyone to come with us and join us to welcome the vets back home. And that'll be that night at the airport. And we're very fortunate because our vets, it only takes about a 2-hour flight from Dayton to Washington, D.C. So they get to do it all in one day. So yes,
that's amazing.
So yes, they're tired. But like when I went, um, the adrenaline kicks back in because they don't realize how many people are going to be there. And then when they see all the people, it's just like when I went. When I went, it was amazing. And I told the guy when we got off the plane, he said, "There's a lot of people." And I said, "Wait till we get downstairs." And he said, "You got to be kidding me." And then when you get downstairs, it's just wall to wall people, and they're all holding the American flag and all saying "Welcome home" and "Thank you for your service." And it's just a heartwarming experience for anybody. I encourage everybody to go to at least one so they know what it's like, and it makes you feel very good to just say thanks and show our appreciation in a small way for what they've paid the price for us. And the other thing I wanted to tell everybody too that are coming in, Buc-ee's will be open.
Oh,
The first Buc-ee's in Ohio is opening up April 6th.
oh my gosh, I can't believe that.
So I wanted to tell everybody that too, so they can go to Buc-ee's.
We get a little excited about Buc-ee's, don't we?
Yep. So
I love it. Well, Sue, I so appreciate you. So the schedule for those who are just jumping on, right now it's a one-day event, but Sue and I have been working on it to become a little weekend event. We do have a few people that are flying in, and so you have a hotel. We're going to have some fun things to do, very low key, because this is about honoring the veterans and doing the honor flight. But I love that we're going to get together, all the royals, and support each other, enjoy each other's company. So we will be sending that information out in a couple weeks. So we're looking at Saturday, May 30th, 2026. I know so many of us, over 100 plus ladies, are going to be overseas with our big Greece cruise. So we're going to get home, turn around, and come and visit you, Sue. So Saturday, May 30th, 2026, lunch is going to start at 11:30. You said at TJ Chumps, correct?
Correct.
We are going to have a menu for once you register. We'll send out the menu, and you can pick out your meals. They're right now in the process of creating a whole new menu, so I'm very excited to see all the yummy food that they'll be offering. Of course, during lunch, we're going to have some games. We're going to have door prizes, an auction. We're going to be doing, of course, live streaming there so that those who can't make it or out of state can see what we're doing. 3:30 lunch will end. And then from 3:30 to 6:30, we were kind of thinking about going to downtown Fairborn. That's still the plan.
Yes.
And, some shopping, some strolling, a little relaxing. I don't know why. I keep thinking we need ice cream. That keeps popping in my head.
That's not a problem. We can do that.
Those who are interested, grab a little bite to eat for dinner. And then we're going to carpool over to the Dayton International Airport at 6:45. So
right.
For those who are coming, that are local, hopefully you'll be able to bring some extra folding chairs, because for the out-of-town guests, we'll need a place to sit so that we can sit and relax and have a lot of fun while we're waiting for the flight to arrive. And so tell us again, what happens when the flight arrives? Can you go through that a little bit slower for us?
Sure. I usually watch them on Facebook, and since I live so close to the airport, I can pretty well tell you when they've left Washington, D.C. When you get to the airport, there is a lot of people that are there to welcome the vets home. There's a lot of standing. So that's why I suggested if some of you want to bring a lawn chair, please feel free to do that, because it's a long time to stand.
Mm-hmm.
Once they arrive at the gate, and if some people wanted to do this, I personally have never done it, and they've changed it a little bit, but I'm giving people options. If they wanted to go and see the veterans when they first get off of the plane. They can go through security and they
Okay.
can go back to the gate.
Okay.
But once you are there, you cannot leave that area till all the veterans are off the plane and they're all downstairs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because you've got a lot of them that are in wheelchairs.
Hmm.
So they all have to be taken down on the elevator and they hold them all there down on the lower level till they all get down to the same thing so that they can all come together. What will
Okay.
happen was all the veterans will start coming and you'll hear the band. You'll see usually they have the ROTC from one of the high schools.
Uh-huh.
They'll bring them in with the American flag and they march them in, and then all the veterans will follow.
Okay. So
It's just it's hard to describe, but when you go into the Dayton airport, when you walk in the front doors, to the right is all the ticket counters. To the left is where all the luggage returns are. So
okay.
in the morning, when I get there at 3 o'clock, I'm outside. I offer if anybody needs a wheelchair to get a wheelchair for them and help them inside. Then we check them in and we ask, what bus are you on? And those luggage things that we use to get our luggage is how they stage all the buses that morning. So the vets are on the same bus all day long. And on that bus, so if anybody had any questions or went, oh, this is a lot of people. Yes, we fill up a whole plane, but there are medical personnel on every bus. So if any veteran has a medical issue that day, you have medical personnel that's with that each one of those buses.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
And then when all the vets get in, they come right down past all those tickets where you get your tickets when you first go in to get your airline.
Mm-hmm.
They meet down at the end of there, and they have a little ceremony there, and there's a couple of speakers, and then after that, you're all dismissed. Most of the time, and some people have asked me about this, most of the time for honor flight, the Dayton Airport does not charge you for parking at the airport if you're there for honor flight.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad to.
They'll have overhead things that say honor flight, and you just go in that lane, and they'll just put you on through.
Okay. Okay, great. So that kind of gives us a visual of what that evening looks like. And approximately we'll be over at about what time are you thinking?
I'm thinking 9:30 if the plane's on time.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
That's easy. I love it. I think we'll just take over the whole airport.
There you go. There you go. And that hence is why I said that we would go a little bit early to get a seat where we could set up the lawn chairs, get everybody kind of comfy. I encourage everybody that if they want to bring a bottle of water, please feel free to bring a bottle of water if you want to bring a little snack. But water is, because you get excited and then you see everybody and you're shaking everybody's hands, and we usually bring hand sanitizer too after we're all done shaking everybody's hands.
I love that. I love that. So the big what Royal Splendor, our cause is, this is our kickoff. So we're heading over to kick off our cause with Sue in Ohio. Then we are going to be visiting Tutu in New Orleans. And then our last check presentation will be at our Mount Rushmore, which is September 28th to October 2nd. So that's kind of our 3 big, exciting get-togethers that we're doing. I love the idea of heading over to see Sue. I mean, when you think Dayton, Ohio was the first honor flight program, I'm correct about that, right?
Right.
And that we can start it right in Dayton. I was so excited about it. And I just love everybody I've talked to. They're encouraging us to do this. They're just um, over the top excited to welcome us. And, it's a very quiet nonprofit organization. I only know about it because of Sue, you and Sharon and the gals that I see pictures and stuff. And David's dad's a vet, and he's been on the list in Georgia for quite a few years. He hasn't had his honor flight moment yet, and I'm looking forward to, just that feeling inside when you get to see someone who's having an emotional connection to what they've just experienced, and we can be there to welcome them home. I have a funny feeling that there will not be a dry eye in the building.
Right.
And that you've been doing this for over 10 years. What a beautiful, beautiful service you've done yourself. So thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And when you were talking about that, and my brother texted me the other day, how cool is this? They just had an honor flight go from Florida, and it was all females.
Wow.
Yes.
No. Oh my God. I love that.
Like, yeah. Because we get all excited when we get a female on our honor flights here. And yeah. But yeah, she was
Yeah, that's
all
so
female.
exciting.
Yeah, all female.
I'm thrilled to hear that. That is fantastic. I was just going to look for our event in New Orleans in July, and that's going to be at the museum. Tell everybody how fabulous Tutu's museum is, Sue, because I know you've been there.
It's amazing. And Tutu was over the top because when she first came to Ohio, and the first time I took her to the Air Force Museum, they have a sister, like another plane, and I can't remember which president it is, but they have one in Homa, and there's one at the Air Force Museum.
Right. Yeah, so New Orleans is July 18th.
Yes.
So in Homa.
Right.
So that's going to be very, very exciting. But right now, our registration is open for Dayton. For those who are local and you want to sign up, we have very limited seats available at the restaurant. It is $50. A portion of that $50 does go towards the nonprofit cause as well, plus your ticket for your meal. And so I really feel it's a really great price. We do have the brand new Salute to Veterans shirts available on the Royal Splendor website. I'm going to do a little cheat sheet in a minute here to show you how beautiful they look. And I have to thank Sue for helping design this. Let me just show you what they look like. They're gorgeous. They do come in lots of different styles, and I love that design. So thank you everyone who's already pre-ordered. They will be in shortly for us to ship it to you. So we're very excited about that. Anything else before we take any questions, Sue, that you'd like to tell everyone about?
I just hope everybody can come and just experience it. Just it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're paying back a small part to what they sacrificed, and it makes you feel good that and the appreciation that they showed. And the veterans, it's amazing. When I went as a guardian, complete strangers would come up to them at all those different memorials in Washington, D.C., and just thank their hand and say thank you for your service. So it was amazing. But to see when all the veterans come back and they say it's been the best day.
Aww.
And that makes it all worth it, because that was the goal of Honor Flight when it started. Was they actually asked guys if they would ever make it to see the World War II memorial, and they were like, I don't think I'll ever make it. So it started out that they used just private planes. So they got pilots in the area that said, hey, would you want to take some vets up to Washington, D.C. for them to see their memorials? And that's how it started.
I love that. I'm going to show a few pictures here that I have. Well, if anybody has some questions, feel free to unmute you on the Zoom. I'm not sure if you can see that, but here's a really nice picture of the memorial here that I was able to find. And then let me skip one. Oops. That's the only one I could get really fast. I wanted to ask you, here's the first question here from Facebook. When you were talking about that you were a guardian, what did that mean?
Okay. A guardian is who goes with the veterans to Washington, D.C. There are at least one guardian for every 2 vets. If the veteran needs special assistance, a lot of times there's one guardian for that one vet. So they have people to go with them, just like when I went. At first, the guy said, I don't need a wheelchair. I don't need a wheelchair. I can walk. I'm fine. And I said, we're going to do a lot of walking today. Well, by the time we went to a couple, he said, I think I need a wheelchair. So I pushed him just so that they don't have to worry about anything. And if they, if they needed anything, I said, do you need some water? Do you need to know where and he would say to me, Sue, can you find out where the restrooms are? Sure. Well, we did all that. So the guardian is there to make sure that the veteran has no issues, that it's a smooth flight for him. And that's what the guardian's role is.
Oh, I love that. That is perfect.
And it's just like when we got back that night, the guy my veteran that I spent the day with, it was funny because he said, I want my wife to meet the lady that I've spent the whole day with. And I said, that's great. So when we got off the plane, he made sure to find his wife right away and introduced me. So that was neat that I got to meet his wife. So, and that's another thing that I'll mention when you're talking about guardians. And I'm going to explain it the best I can. That a lot of the veterans will ask their grandsons or their granddaughters or their sons to go as their guardian. And that's fine. The only ones that they don't allow to go as a guardian is the spouse.
Okay.
And the reason being is sometimes a vet feels more comfortable maybe talking to their son or their grandson of what they have seen or what they experienced.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's not easy for them to tell that all to their spouse. Does that make sense?
No, that does make sense. Absolutely. Because
that sometimes, and it's like the one group that the guys were they said they didn't know how they would handle it when they saw the wall. And that was before I'd went in as guardian. And I said, I don't know how you're going to react either. But I said, I can tell you're going to be with all your comrades. So you're with all the people that they're experiencing the same thing. I said, lean on each other. And that's the nice thing to see that I saw when I went as a guardian. They lean on each other and they felt more comfortable talking to each other about what they experienced or so then it was kind of a nice thing that they could lean on each other.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so happy you were able to experience that.
Yes.
And that's really nice. So with Honor Flight, the actual vet goes at no charge.
Correct.
Okay.
Everything is paid for. The only thing that he would need money for is if he wanted to buy some kind of a souvenir that day. Okay. Everything else is paid for. All of his meals are taken care of. The flight's taken care of. He gets coffee and donuts and orange juice before he gets on the flight. Everything's taken care of. So the vet has no expense.
Okay, that's wonderful. Are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions here on I'm going to go back. I have a nice video to show as well.
If they have any questions, they can go to Honor Flight Dayton. They're on Facebook and they have a webpage too. And
Okay.
that can give them a little bit of history because that's the hub that I deal with is the Dayton hub.
Okay.
And it'll show on there what the application is for a veteran, what the application is for a volunteer. So it gives you a lot of information.
Okay, great. Well, hi. We have a
Barb.
question. How are you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
You
Hi,
don't have
Barb.
enough- I'm out to dinner with Lenny, so I turned this on just to I'll just have a little bit. So I'm sorry, we're in the restaurant and the server was just here.
That's
Oh, no,
okay.
fine.
I'm thrilled. I know Nancy Trump, I don't know if she's here because I can't tell. And I've never done this on the phone before, but I'm super excited to be part of this because Lenny's a Vietnam vet. And we actually,
Vietnam era.
Vietnam era vet. Yeah, he's correcting me. Anyway, Sue,
Yes,
what about the chicken place?
Frickers. It's still there.
I think I'd like to go there.
Okay. Yeah, we could take you to Frickers. No problem.
I don't do the
I
chicken
love
breast,
it.
It's the Watusi.
You guys will love it. You should go there. We had a lot of fun with there, just with the name of the place. If we
Yeah.
have time. And what about
Sure.
that big grocery store?
Oh, if you want to go to Jungle Gyms, we can make that
Yeah,
trip.
come on.
Yeah. Jungle Gyms is about 45 minutes away from me.
Oh, well, maybe that's too far away.
Well,
We
but
better stay close to home.
yeah, but I mean, depends on how long everybody's staying. But yeah,
Yeah, that's true. I'm staying till what? We're coming in Friday, right? Or Saturday? I can't remember now. We're staying through Monday or Tuesday
What's there?
okay.
and Dayton.
Okay.
Okay, all right, I'll hang up now. Well, I won't hang up. I'll just
No,
mute
well,
myself.
Barb, we are in the process of putting together the hotel for those who
Okay.
are interested.
Yes, I am because we're staying at least,
So far.
I forgot if we're leaving. I gotta talk to Nancy
That's
because
okay.
I'm speaking for her. And I don't know if we're doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
The festivities are on Monday, correct?
Saturday.
Oh,
Saturday.
okay, so that means that we'll probably go home on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be there Fridays.
We're fine.
Anyway, all right, so
Okay.
we'll chat about that later and my phone's gonna die, but we're off for a little dinner and it's pouring rain out. And Lenny had a taste for corned beef and cabbage because he's probably
I
afraid
love
he's
it.
never gonna get any on Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll talk soon. So thank you so much, Barb.
Love you.
Talk to you.
Love you too.
Bye.
It looks like Sharon, you have a question. How are you this evening?
I'm just fine, tired, trying to get my husband out the door, but he's not leaving till tomorrow.
Okay.
He's going to Colorado.
Yep, we look forward to seeing him. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Sue,
Yes.
we're gonna be wearing our red, white, and blue, right? With our veteran shirt.
Say that again.
We're wearing red, white, and blue with our veteran shirt.
Sure.
Okay.
We can do that.
Are we gonna go to the museum that's near your home?
Sure. If you guys get here soon enough.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. Like I'm just saying, if you get in on Thursday, we can go to the museum on Friday.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, it's a wonderful museum to see, and it's no cost. It's free.
Right.
Right.
The
Right.
ladies, and I don't think they've changed this since I've been. I haven't heard anybody else say anything. But the last time I was there, they didn't even charge for scooters.
Oh,
So
wow.
if anybody needed a scooter to go through the museum, there's free of charge.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to tell you is, as many times as I've been to the museum, trust me, we're going to start clear at the back and we're going to make our way up because clear at the back is the presidential wing.
Oh, okay.
So that's where John Kennedy's, the plane is where he brought his body back. And it explains
okay.
where Jackie had this. And there's different presidential planes back there that you can actually walk through.
Mm-hmm.
And then it takes you all the way through. You'll see a lot of stuff about Bob Hope and USO and all the different conflicts, all the different, yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of planes, but and you can move your way back, and that's just easier. Because if you start at the beginning, you're gonna go, oh, this is too much. Well, if we start at the back and work our way forward,
you have to walk to the front.
exactly. Yep. Yeah, but
Right, so
it's only about 15, 20 minutes from where I live.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
So
Okay.
it's not like it's a long drive to get to the Air Force Museum.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the 27th, get there the 28th. We're gonna
Okay.
stay night someplace. And we're taking Kathy's car. We will have extra chairs.
Oh, thank you. That'll be great.
We can bring extra chairs. How many can we bring? We got 2, 4, 6, maybe
Don't
8.
worry about that right now. But I love that you guys are going to be there early. We're going to be sharing more information about the hotel we'll be staying at, where kind of the casual idea of going to the museum, getting people that want to come together early and have more fun. So thank you so much for the questions. I love it. We do have some other online questions. Hello, Christine. Hello, Tutu. Hello, Linda. And Linda says, I've been at the Dayton airport to welcome the veterans home, and it was a very emotional, heartwarming experience. Patriotism abounds, and the veterans feel so appreciative. Well, I love that. That is so nice.
Is that from Linda Troquil?
Yes.
Yep.
And I love it. Tutu says it's a brotherhood and sisterhood. A veterans share a special bond between each other. Totally agree with that. Here's a question from Tutu. Do the veterans bring their cell phones or do they leave them behind?
They can bring their cell phones.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
That way
I
they can.
love that.
Yes. So like the veteran that I was his guardian that day, there was a couple times that his wife called him just to check to see if he was doing okay. And my veteran, God love him, he just bought a new cell phone and he was taking pictures of the reflection pool and he dropped his cell phone into the pool.
Oh no!
No.
So we tried to get it. That reflection pool it's not like it looks like in Forrest Gump that it was real shallow. It's deep. And even we went and got a security person. So I took the pictures for him that day and then I just sent them all to him when I got back home.
That was good. You were there to help him for sure. Tutu says, hi, everyone. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Kathy. Christine says, hi there. So I'm so happy. There's not a lot of us on, but that's okay because we're here to begin the excitement for the event. I do want to show this beautiful video that is by Honor Flight, and I'm going to share my screen now. Hold on just a second for us to watch this.
Do we need tissues?
I don't. Depends. Great to have you guys here today. That's beautiful.
And I was going to tell you the one picture that had the water arches going over the plane. That's what they do when they arrive in Washington, D.C.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Sue, for being here. We look forward to building this. We have all year to continue to grow this amazing cause and educate people and let them know about this amazing honor flight program. And we're so looking forward to being in Dayton for the first flight. So yay! And then going to New Orleans in July and Mount Rushmore to do another wonderful presentation there as well on our long weekend. So thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here. We love you, and I'm just excited.
Me too.
So head on over to theroyalsplendor.com. You'll see a banner there that you can click on to register. And our email blast in the next couple of weeks will have more information about the hotel and the special activities we're doing. And again, if you're local, I know that Sue is working with her local friends, bringing them together. It's just a $50 registration fee, and that includes your meal and a donation towards our cause. So this is going to be exciting. Yay! All right, well, I'm going to give you lots of kisses and waves, and we will see you again. We'll have to do this again. So thank you so much for everything.
You are welcome.
Okay, have a good rest of your evening, everyone.